Welcome back, my friends, to the Psychic Next Door. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. And those of you that have been with us throughout the duration, we are so grateful for you. My name is Rayla, and I am a psychic medium. All of the readings you will see on my channel and otherwise are spirit-led. I simply use the tarot as a tool for additional insights and clarity. Please take a moment to subscribe and like my channel. It allows my readings to reach those that are in much need of messages from spirit. Also, please make sure to check out your yearly readings for 2025. I posted them a few weeks ago, and they are jam-packed with some excellent messages and predictions coming your way. All right. Let's dive into your reading, my beautiful Libra friends, for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Time permitting, I will also be posting bonus readings. But we're just kind of getting started. I spent a good amount of time in meditation and focus for those readings for 2025 because I wanted us to get the most out of the messages coming from Spirit. All right, let's see what we have for our beautiful Libra friends coming up here. So right off the bat, as I'm pulling your cards, the Justice card, I'm hearing from Spirit in my ear, victory is yours. So perhaps some of you are in some kind of legal situation, or there was some sort of competition. Perhaps there was a job that you were wanting or applying or competing for, a contract type job. It looks like it's coming your way. So for those of you that were going through something of that nature, Spirit wanted to kind of drop that off, that message off right away. So that's some great news right there coming in for some of our Libra friends. While the reflection of the end of 2024 into 2025 felt like a pretty lighthearted transition for some of you, Spirit wants to talk about the other side of it for the other collective of you. Some of you are coming into 2025 pretty beat down, and it looks as though you've been working too hard. Okay, they're highlighting the Eight of Pentacles. Perhaps you're taking on more projects than you should. Okay, perhaps you're not giving yourself enough you time in that pie chart that Spirit often brings up. Work, 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 and no play. Okay, you haven't given yourself any time. The holidays, for some of you, don't feel like they were really hectic in a sense. Perhaps with gatherings and things of that nature, but in regards to perhaps work and business, you were pretty busy. You didn't have time for yourself during that time. They're showing me another collective group of you that have been or are starting to feel a little sick. Perhaps you're getting a cold because of the temperature drops. I'm seeing the word COVID for some, flu B, respiratory issues. That's kind of where the Ten of Swords also is coming from. Okay, you're running yourself down so much that you're allowing the immune system to not get the proper rest and relaxation that it needs. Henceforth, the cold that you may currently have or you feel coming on. Okay. And going back to the Justice card, I had mentioned when the reading started that some of you were waiting for an answer of some sort, and I see positive news. Okay, maybe you guys got a phone call or something of that nature. Just positive news. All right, so that's certainly something to look forward to. Others of you have like this, you're kind of in this contemplation mode. I don't want to say you're standstill in what you're doing. Perhaps, you have a set schedule, you try to keep it, you try to put a little time for yourself and so on. But for some of you, that's not working out as you had hoped or you wanted. And in the first quarter of this year, they're sharing with me that you're going to start to look at things a little differently, okay? You're looking back at 2025 and you're not really wanting to repeat it. So whether it's the mundane schedule you have, whether it's where you live, it's just not working for you anymore. It's kind of like you're going deeper. I mean, you've always had these thoughts of making some changes and wondering when you'll do it, but you really haven't given the time and intention it needs. And you're kind of, I don't want to say you're burning out, but you're kind of ready for another layer to your life. All right? The routine, your current schedule, your current, for some of you it's your current career, for some of you it's where you live, it's just not cutting it anymore, okay? You're really needing to shake things up. Spirit is showing that an opportunity is going to be presented to you. Now, this isn't necessarily a love reading, but it's kind of taken that turn here for the second part. Okay, for those of you that are wanting to make this change, or you're going to put yourself out there, or you're going to make some moves physically, or whatever the case may be for you, there's another page of your life that it's kind of like the missing piece. Okay, they're showing me a puzzle, and they're showing me a piece of the puzzle that's off to the side, right? And it's something that's kind of like always gnawing at you to do or to dive into. But, you know, maybe you haven't found the right suitors, the right individuals to date. Maybe the area that you live in, the website that you're using, all that is just not in your favor, right? You're going to have to kind of take the King of Wands, take the Knight of Wands, put a new perspective into this. Put some true thought into this and make a move. All right. The Knight of Wands, I'm seeing the words make a move. All right. You're using your intellect and what you know to make this happen. I don't want to say that you wake up one day and you just decide, all right, I'm doing it. But that's kind of like what I'm feeling. Okay. It's a bit of what I'm feeling. In turning the page, you're finally turning the page. Perhaps you wanted to turn this page for years. You just haven't had the financial resources, the guts, let's say, to do it. It looks like, and they're showing me 2025. Okay, so perhaps this piece isn't going to come, let's say, first quarter of 2025. For some of you, you're already making this happen. But for the collective, it looks like it's going to take a little bit longer. But understand when you do, things are going to move really fast. Okay? You're putting yourself in a different situation, a different mindset. They're showing me, it's almost like they're showing me different types of weather, right? So I see like gloomy, just rainy, yucky weather, that kind of weather that really doesn't provide much motivation. You're not wanting to do much in that kind of weather. And then on the flip side of it, which is here, I'm seeing the sun, I'm seeing the ocean, the beach, just beautiful spring days ahead. And it kind of lifts your spirits, right? It makes you want to take more chances, right? You know, I know for some, weather and their current conditions are irrelevant. Some people can push through no matter what. And let me tell you, I applaud those people because I live, in the state of Florida. And just a handful of the gloomy days and it's like the motivation is gone. It's really weird. I think it's because we're so used to the sun and, and all that, that when it turns, it's just jarring. So for those of you that live in a climate that is always what I would consider jarring, okay, just a really rough climate, and you put yourself out there and you get things done, right? Can you imagine what you would do in a climate that kind of works for you instead of against you? That was a really weird turn this reading took, but those are the visions and the thoughts and the notes that I'm seeing in front of me. So this must pertain to a group of you. Perhaps you're in parts of the United States where it's just crap weather all the time, and it's just you're not really, it's not, the full you isn't flourishing where you're at, okay? Or perhaps you're outside of the United States, whatever the case may be. But that's the general message we're feeling. Once you make that change, okay, once you make that transition, they're showing the word travel. Once you make that move to your next destination, the next chapter, okay? It's just, they continue highlighting the Lovers, Two of Cups, Four of Wands. There is just going to be an energy restored, something that has been missing in your life for so long, perhaps a good friendship, perhaps a good relationship, perhaps connecting with a distant cousin or family member, right? That kind of gets you in the mode of relationships again, right? Something a bit of what you've perhaps been missing, you know? This is kind of what you've been feeling is what they're sharing with me, the Eight of Swords and Seven of Swords. This is pertaining to, it looks like it's twofold. They're sharing that the Eight of Swords is kind of like how you feel about your routine and your current situation, where you reside, your circumstances, right? You just kind of feel like your hands are tied. You know, you can't maximize your resources in this particular location and place and time in your life, right? And some of you, the Seven of Swords is really, it's the card of, trickery and things of that nature. But for you, in this particular instance, it's almost like you're done battling your current circumstance. You're taking what you have with you, all right? You're taking the fight you have with you, and you're taking off, okay? The doors are opening, as you can see behind you. You're leaving things that no longer serve you behind. For some of you, this, it may be, it's kind of sad, perhaps you've been in a certain area, in a certain career for X amount of time, so this is going to be really foreign to you, but you're kind of done. You've always felt to a point that your hands have kind of been tied where you're at. And you're kind of done. You're kind of done. And again, when you move past these moments, right, things are going to move fast. And the Two of Cups. That missing puzzle piece is finally going to come your way. And, Libra, you guys really deserve that. You deserve to have the full package. You deserve to have career, ambition, and love. A part of it shouldn't be missing. But you're just going to have to take a chance here. You're going to have to take a chance and make it happen. Okay? It's funny, like, Libra, for your readings, it's almost like the same messages, continue to come through in different ways, in different circumstances. But like when you pull out and you look at the macro view of it all, it's almost like you have to take the chance. All right, well, I was going to draw a Spirit Animal Oracle card, but as I was talking, your card came out, so we're going to keep it. Spirit actually wants me to draw two of them for you, so let's take a look and see what we have for you. One more for my beautiful Libra friends. Wolf, Inner Strength. You may be facing a challenge you feel less than prepared for. This is a reminder that you have all the tools in your spiritual treasure chest to handle this effectively. Take a step back and try to look at things with fresh eyes. It's that contemplation. They're highlighting the King of Wands. See how he's looking off? The kings aren't usually in that stance. They're usually not with their legs crossed. They're not looking off to the side. They're usually very stoic and just very like statue-like. This is you. This is you maybe kind of shifting from that king energy to the typical king energy, to the King of Wands, right? A little bit of reflection is happening for you guys. The second spirit animal oracle card we drew for you guys is Ant. Perseverance. This is a message of patience. Whatever is going on right now, you cannot be so impetuous. By pacing yourself, the end result will be far more rewarding. Slow down, don't rush, work carefully, and learn to accept help from others. They are highlighting that last sentence, learn to accept help from others, my Libra friends. So perhaps, I mean, I don't want to they're kind of highlighting the wolf. Perhaps you're like a lone wolf. You know, you feel like if you don't do things, they don't get done right. You're very careful not to let people in. And that's okay. That's okay for you not to, to be cautious. Because, you certainly don't want people coming in and sabotaging anything for you, but kind of allow help from others. You need more of that camaraderie, that union type, Two of Cups, Four of Wands energy. You got to let those relationships come in a little bit, whether it be romantic or not. There are really good people out there, and people that care about you. And they're kind of sharing with me that perhaps because of your history, you're very hesitant, and that's understandable. But again, we're breaking down some of these chains and these walls, okay? We're allowing the opportunity, Libra, to kind of take some chances on that, all right? And on the relationship front, we are going to draw one more oracle card as your final message. Spirit just kind of doesn't want to end the reading, and that's fine with me. Healing. Your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You're going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. Again, we're kind of transitioning from the sword type energy to the cups, right? Two of Cups, the Lovers, Four of Wands. We're going to, part of you is, I don't want to say desperate, but you yearn for it. You yearn for some of that cup energy, all right? It's time to let go of perhaps what hurt you, and maybe let's accept some help from others. Take that inner strength that you have, because man, you have some inner strength. When they show me a visual of kind of like your silhouette, you're like a powerhouse. I mean, you are a powerhouse. You just have a piece that you kind of been putting out to the side that you haven't been giving yourself or allowing yourself. You're not allowing it in. Now's the time, 2025, my beautiful Libra friends. Make it happen. All right. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading, and we'll see you soon.